Hi everyone, I'm Sandy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have an actual book haul video for you. It has been a minute since I've had a book haul. I have been doing the Read What You Own challenge for a number of months, and I've really enjoyed reading from my shelves. I've read about 55 or so, and I didn't quite get to what I had set the goal for myself, but I got far enough that I felt like, you know what, I'm ready to go buy some books. So I'm very happy with the progress that I made. I did not get below 200 on my TBR, but I was out this weekend and I was going by one of my absolute favorite bookstores, and I said, we're going to do a book. We're going to go buy some books. It was surprisingly difficult to rip the Band-Aid off though of buying a book, wandering around the bookstore. And yeah, it was very tough. It was really funny. I ended up going to Third Place Books, which if you live in the Seattle area is a magnificent bookstore. I am not sponsored by them. I just happen to love them. They have some great sections there. They have a wonderful fiction section. They have a wonderful nonfiction section. They have bargain books. It's just, and they have a mixture of new and used books, and you can sell your books. Yeah, it's one of my favorite bookstores, and it's quite large. And so you can be in there for a large amount of time. And I definitely wandered around through there. All right, that's enough of that. It was so much fun to be in a bookstore. And then I ended up also going to Barnes & Noble. So yeah, it was good. What did I end up getting though? I feel like I'm out of practice of doing a book haul video. The first book I ended up picking up though was for a group read that I have coming up in April, which is this one, Cibola Burn by James S.A. Corey. This is book 4 in the Expanse series. I will be reading this with Gemma from Gemma Books, Sarah at Freshly Read Books, and Fraser Simon from Springboard Thought. I'm still loving this series. I really liked book 3 quite a bit, and I have went since then and read all of the novellas up until this particular point. I am notorious in this group read, by the way, for starting off on track, and then my friends in the book, my coworkers in the book, the people I really care about are in peril, and then I can't put the book down, and suddenly I've finished it. Yeah, I'm notorious for that with this series, but I am really, really loving this one. So that's the first book. Cool. I had a real purpose and a reason for buying this one. I can't say that about the rest of the books. The second book, though, is actually a reread book for me, which is The Stone Diaries by Carol Shields. I actually ended up with an autographed copy of this, which I find really amazing. This looks like a used copy as well. You can tell from the cover it's a bit of an older edition. I read this a number of years ago, and I bought this particular version or this particular book because I have a tag video I want to do, and I wanted a copy of it for that, and I feel like I need to reread it. So that's why I bought this one. And the last book that I got at Third Place Books ended up being this one, Ironweed by William Kennedy. This is a Pulitzer Prize winning book. It's a short little book. It's also a used copy. When I saw it, I said, oh, I want to pick it up because I would like to read all Pulitzer Prize winners, except of course for the last John Updike book. I refuse to read Rabbit at Rest. I refuse. But this one was one I wanted to read. The back of this is pretty troubling though. So I'm a little bit worried about this one. I haven't heard much about this one. So I'm excited to pick it up, but yeah, it is a little concerning, but I'm not as concerned, like I said, as I would be if I was trying to read the last Rabbit is at Rest book. So that's one. And then my husband, came home and asked me if I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble. I was like, well, I've already ripped the Band-Aid off. I may as well go to Barnes & Noble now. So he took me over there, which was lovely. And I found some amazing books, some books that I'm so excited to read. The first one, I tried not to buy too many hardbacks because I know hardbacks are expensive and I didn't want them to sit on my shelf. I ended up with 2. The first one is this one, The Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. I read the back of this book and was like, ooh, actually not the back of it, the insert, and was like, ooh, that's an interesting premise. I'm very interested now in this particular one. I'm also a sucker for some good florals on the cover. This one is a very new release, so I'm excited about this one. I'm not going to read the backs of the books for you today necessarily, but yeah, this one, very interested. I hopefully will be able to read it fairly soon. It's not a very thick book, so yeah, The Heiress, that's one. The next one I got I am loving this author. I've read another book by them, and then when I flipped through this book, I said, we're buying this book today. And it is The Secrets of the Octopus by Cy Montgomery. I have read The Soul of an Octopus and loved it. I've also seen My Octopus Teacher on Netflix and thought it was phenomenal. Saw this and went, oh, I had put it on a hold list at the library, but then once I flipped through it, I really want to own this book. And the reason for that is if you go into this, I mean, right? It is so beautiful in here. All of the wonderful sea life pictures that are in this. This is not a book I'm going to want to give back. And so I did end up buying it. I don't know how much more I'll learn about, octopus with this particular one, but I mean, right? You can't blame me for this particular book. How could I resist? So I do have The Secret of the Octopus, and I can't wait to read this one. I also have from the library Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt, I believe. And so I'm kind of thinking maybe I should read both of them together. That would be kind of fun to do. So that's the other one. I was sucked into the Barnes & Noble tables. And I don't know what category this falls in, but I've been curious about this author for a while. And then, so I ended up picking up this one, and it is T. Kingfisher, Nettle and Bone. And it really was the back of this one that was kind of what pulled me in. So it says, this isn't the kind of fairy tale where the princess marries a prince. It's the one where she kills him. Okay. I like stories like that. So that was pretty much enough to pull me in. I did read more of it, but I don't want to read it on here. So yeah, that was this one. I've heard of T. Kingfisher, but I've never read anything by this particular author. So that's why I ended up picking up this one. And I have one more, and I will say that this one's a cover buy. It is. I've seen this before, and Barnes & Noble has this section with special editions in the one that I went to, and I just love these pretty books. I do. I just want to buy more of them. And I know that there's more than one in this particular series, but this cover, for whatever reason, I love this cover, and it is Fable by Adrienne Young. I mean, that blue eye and that red hair and the blue writing, and then look, it's blue as well. Oh, I'm just like, I know it's just a paperback, but I am in love with this. They also had the other one, which I don't remember the name of, right next to it. And so it had it like the face next to each other. I mean, it was just so beautiful. I couldn't help pick it up. I was like, oh, pretty books. And this was the first one in the series. I'm going to give it a try and see what I think of it and see if I want to go pick up the other one. But Fable, have you read this one? I'm super curious about it. The back says, welcome to a world made dangerous by the sea and by those who wish to profit from it. When a young girl must find her place and her family while trying to survive in a world built for men. Cool. So that is the other one that I bought, but like I said, it was a cover buy. I mean, can you really blame me? Look how beautiful that cover is. Oh, I love the freckles. It's just, I could look at this for a while. So, that is the sum total of my book haul though. I didn't go crazy. I didn't, because I didn't want to have, 250 books on my TBR pile again. And I wanted ones that I wanted to read right away. So I was pretty careful about what I bought. And I didn't go wild and buy everything. So let's see, can we do a stack like this? I don't know. We have Fable. We have Nettle and Bone. We have The Secrets of the Octopus. We have The Heiress. We have Ironweed. Oop. The Stone Diaries. And the last one, of course, is the biggest book right on top, Cibola Byrne. I mean, that's not bad, right? I'm going to tell myself that that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? I mean, Yeah. So, oh, I'm going to drop them. Have you read any of these books? I would love to hear what you think of them. Super excited about book 4 in the Expanse series. Can't wait to read that. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, we'll see when I do another book haul, but super fun. Super, super fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and a subscribe and consider sticking around. I'm so happy to have you here. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.